Ahorita comienzas aquí, no está limpio, pero yo no sé, estos botones, ¿cómo es hacerlo? ¿De aquí o de allí?
What are you saying? I don't speak Spanish.
You don't speak Spanish?
No, I
You should really double check your
don't. I'm not
skills.
Hispanic.
Are you? It's okay, like, I get it's funny and all, but I really can't figure out the thing. If you're not Spanish, what are you? Because you gotta go back to your roots.
I'm not Hispanic. I'm
How do you
South
even talk
Asian.
to your family?
I'm South Asian, like Indian and Pakistani. Like, why do
You
you
know
say
what? You're just being mean. No, just forget it.
So my biggest pet peeve is when all Hispanics, especially Mexicans, I don't want to be rude, but that's the case. They started this. They come up to me and start speaking Spanish. They don't even ask me whether I am Hispanic or not or whether I speak Spanish or not. They just come up to me, assume I am Hispanic, and then just start talking in Spanish. And I'm like looking at them like, yeah, I don't speak Spanish. And then they would be like, why don't you speak Spanish? Like, every Mexican or Latina knows how to speak Spanish. I'm like, no, I'm not Latina, not Mexican. And they're like, oh, why are you so ashamed of your roots? And oh, I'm not. And then they're like, oh, what are you? And then you're like, I am like Indian and Pakistani. And then they're like, oh, and they walk away embarrassed. And then it's like an every time thing. Like, save yourself the time and save me the time of explaining everything to you. Why can't you just ask me nicely, like, oh, do you speak Spanish? Like, why do you have to assume? And so the law should be, whenever any Hispanic person does this to me or anybody, they should be like slapped and like slammed against the wall and slapped a few times till they like understand and be traumatized by this whole thing, that every time they would go up to the person next time, they would think about doing something like this again.